Hey everybody, thanks for checking this out. So, this video started off as just a quick kind of wanted to review the new Smith Wesson M&P 2.0 metal 9mm handgun. And it's turned into quite a journey as I learn how to use editing software and actually make a video that I think is worth anybody's time whatsoever. So, I will have some video of me at the range in a little bit of a while, but I wanted to do just a quick tabletop review first and go over what I thought were some of the good points and bad points about this firearm. So I've a little bit about, so all you gotta do is take a look at my subscriber numbers and you'll see that I'm not getting paid to do this, right? But I'm a lefty, and so when I started getting into handguns a few years ago, I really needed to have ambidextrous, or I felt like I needed to have an ambidextrous handgun to start. Hey, that definitely makes you look fat on video, huh? So I started off with an M&P 1.0 back in 2015, 2014, something like that, because I needed that full ambidextrous. Fell in love with the gun. Of course, it was my first gun. Who doesn't love their first gun? Taught me everything I needed to know about striker-fired handguns, how to shoot it, how to take it apart, clean it, all that stuff. A great first gun for anybody that's learning. But so the M&P line has evolved a little bit. Now they came out with the 2.0, which had some interesting upgrades, a much more aggressive texture, a little bit different frame, things like that. So I got an M&P 2.0 when they came out, and I, thought I was all that, and I had it sent out for a milling job to get an optic put on it. So just so everybody's good on this gun is clear. We're clear here. I don't know if you can see that, but anyways, the gun is clear for anybody that's worried about that. This was an M&P 2.0. Just a standard issue M&P 2.0, and I sent the slide out for a mill job and for an optic on a nice little Trijicon RMR there. So, beautiful gun, but I was stupid and I was new, and I had them remove the rear sight slot. So I was never going to carry this gun anyways, but without a rear sight, I feel like it's definitely just a range gun forever. And so it's a great gun. I upgraded the trigger, we upgraded the barrel, guide rod, a couple things like that. Hot rodded it out quite a bit, but it's not my go-to just because that rear sight thing kind of bothers me. I like to be able to co-witness with my red dots. So that's the regular 2.0. Here is the new Tungsten 2.0. Again, shown clear. So the new Tungsten 2.0, I mean, it's a good looking gun, right? It's nice. It's got nice lines. Very aggressive texture up in here. In fact, I was quite surprised by how rough it was right there, even compared to this one. This thing's just a little bit more of a cheese grater than that one was. Same size backstrap and everything on there. So what do I see right away differences on the two? Looks like the very bottom of the pistol grip's a little bit different. This one here, the original 2.0, has got the little spot for the tool there that pulls out, and looks like the new 2.0 doesn't have that. It looks like a metal mag release, and it's also appears to maybe be reversible. Yeah, it looks reversible. It's definitely metal versus polymer on the other 2.0. And one thing that I really liked, and I'll see if I can get a just close up this on the GoPro, is these slide releases right here on both sides are big, and they're sticking out quite a bit. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can see how high that's sticking up there right by my index finger. That's a beautiful thing. That allows me to actually send that slide home, which you'll see in the range footage. The original 2.0, for comparison, is not nearly as raised up. You can see it's pretty smooth there on both sides. But again, so that's a good angle right there. Take a look at that. And then take a look at that. You see how much raised up that is? It makes a big difference. Now, if they could only move it back another 3/16 of an inch, it would be right there, even for somebody with smaller thumbs, to be able to send that slide home easily. So, other than that, they look pretty much the same. They feel pretty much the same. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a scale right here in front of me. This only is adding a couple of ounces, maybe at the most, this red dot. But so, oh, this one doesn't have a mag in it. Hold on. Empty mags in both. Okay, way off. I don't know. I'd definitely say obviously the metal one's a little bit heavier, but not by much. I'll get some data on that, and I'll put it across the screen later or at the end or something. So you'll see me talking about this at the range too. So I have a couple of guns here for comparison, but let me just drop the mag out of this. So what is good trigger? I'll talk about this trigger when you see the range footage. You know, they're touting it as the latest, greatest, but it's got quite a bit of take up there. Quite a bit of take up on the first shot. And then there is like a little bit of mush right after, you know, when you get back to the reset and go back to find the wall. You actually have to find it, which isn't good if you ask me. I'm basically panning this thing. I wasn't a fan of it. The felt recoil coming through the metal frame is brutal. Maybe I'm a little hypersensitive. I've had a couple of wrist surgeries in my life, but that's not where it hurt. It was the web. It was the web of my hand right here. And when you'll see in the footage, I have a decent grip, so I'm not really sure why this thing was chewing me up so bad and transferring. That was 115 grain regular ball ammo, and it wasn't fun. It wasn't smooth. I mean, this is what I normally shoot, 19X. This is my baby. It's my go-to gun. I just actually had this slide milled for the optic, so I've been shooting without an optic pretty much my whole life, but my whole gun life. But obviously these things are the wave of the future. So I got a slide, and I still have the original slide, but I sent this slide out to be maybe this is the original slide. Yeah, I sent this slide out. This is the original slide. I have a backup slide that's just got regular standard iron sights on it, but this has got the Hollow Sun 507 with the solar panel, which is the 507C. 507C green. I got the green X2. So yeah, this is what I'm used to. And felt recoil on this is like not much, you know. Got a great trigger. Click, right up back on the wall, bang. Click, nothing, no take up, right back on the wall. So, the Smith & Wesson, on the other hand, look at all that take up first. So, oh, I guess I can do it this way. Look at that. Like, that is a ton. Bang. Easy 1/4 inch of movement. After you get reset. No, not for me. But the Apex trigger kit to go into it. But even with that felt recoil, I'm not so sure I'm going to like it that much. Anyways, didn't want to ramble too much, but I just wanted to do a little quick desktop review of what I thought about this M&P 2.0 metal. Oh, last thing. So it's a Tungsten Cerakote paint job. It's beautiful. It's very, very nice. I don't even know if that will really show up in the camera, but I believe it probably made it through QC because you had a right-handed person checking it or feeling it maybe, but there is a raised up little sharp point or bump right there. In the coating industry or in the paint industry, it would be called a nib. I think it's a paint nib, but it actually might be the substrate. I'm not sure. So I got to look at it under magnification and see, you know, if it's just a minor nuisance, but it's something that I feel like on a gun that costs as much as many other really nice guns. And you're not done because you got to put an optic and stuff on it. And now I find out I need a trigger. There shouldn't be an imperfection in that finish. It's a metal frame and a tungsten Cerakote paint job, so you know, it's very noticeable to anybody that's feeling it. That's a lefty. It's right on, you know, the pad of your finger is just a little raised up bump that feels like a grain of pebble or sand or something like that made it into the coating, and it transfers through and you can feel it. So, you know, it's like having a brand new car that's got a tiny scratch somewhere, and maybe only you know about the scratch and no one can really see it from 5-10 feet away, but you know it's there. So makes it just less than perfect. I'm sorry, Smith & Wesson, I don't mean to you know, have negative things to say about your gun, but you guys were my first love, and this was kind of a disappointment. So maybe I got some learning to do about metal frame guns that used to be polymer. I know there's a Rock Island STK 100 out there that I've shot plenty. It's basically a G17 and metal frame, and I don't have that problem. So I don't know. I'm going to give it some more time, but that's my desktop review of the M&P 2.0. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we're not going to do that.